Hi guys, welcome back to this week's My Weekly Rage Fix. I hope you enjoy all these videos. In this week's parsha, we are introduced to our great forefather, Abraham. Of course, all our forefathers were great. Abraham was exceptional, and one of the things that he was exceptional and excelled at was the 10 different trials that Hashem tested him with. 2 of them which were the performance of circumcision and taking his son up as an offering. He was told to bring his son up as an offering, not to actually kill him. Just want to point that out parenthetically. But what was great about these 2 trials is not whether or not Abraham or Avram Avinu was going to pass them. He was certainly going to pass them. What was hard for Abraham was that the idea of mutilating your body, or certainly killing your own child, went against all the teachings that Abraham had been professing as he was bringing closer to Hashem. And now all of a sudden Hashem comes to him and says, you have the mitzvah of circumcision. And that's why it was a test for Abraham, to see whether or not he was going to say, hey, what about everything that I've been professing for all these years? People are going to think that I'm mad and everything is crazy, and it's a big risk to everything that we've accomplished till now. But he did it anyway. Now, let's try to understand circumcision. What is it all about, and what it represents? Nothing is done obviously for our bad. Everything is done for good. What is it about circumcision? And it's a big chapter. I'm just going to give you a small snippet of it. One of the lessons is that everything in nature that grows remains the same throughout. If a seed splits and it creates an incredible tree, and throughout the growth period everything happens. The branches come out, the leaves come out, the apples come out, everything that happens, but every seed remains the same. An apple seed cannot choose to change into an orange seed or change into a watermelon seed. The apple seed is the apple seed, and the apple seed can never change. The watermelon seed can never change. The watermelon seed remains the same. When fish, their seed is also the same. They can't give birth to a dog, and dogs can't give birth to fish. Everything stays within the framework in which Hashem created it, and nothing can differ. The one exception to it is that, what's that? Correct. Men. Men have the ability, due to the great gift of free will, to be able to change and choose their own course of life and how great they want to be, and whatever success or failure they'd like to make of themselves is solely up to them. Now, Hashem, when He created us, He could have created every single Jewish person built in that he's already circumcised. The same way He created Chinese people to have slanty eyes, and the same way He created African Americans with wider feet and bigger hands, He could have created us with that same, with also a sign that came automatically of being circumcised. And Hashem did everything for a reason, but He specifically left the foreskin for a reason. And the reason is that when a father circumcises his son, He's saying, the same way I'm now making a perfection in body, we also have to make a perfection in soul. That perfection and that act of doing that is what hits home for us. When the Father does that, or when a Father makes somebody a messenger to do that for Him, it's a lesson for us that whatever it is that we can fix in our own lives, we have to go ahead and fix it. How much we fix it and how great we make a tikkun for ourselves or for the world is entirely up to us. But we can do it. And that's the lesson of the circumcision. The circumcision reminds us of the greatness of every single Jewish person. And every single Jewish person can lead. And we don't just mean Jewish people that win, what's the one I'm looking for? That prize, that Nobel Prize. We're not just looking for people that win Nobel Peace Prizes. We're talking about people who are great, people like an Avram Avinu, that completely revolutionized the entire world with how they looked at a monotheistic world, and how in general he's so tapped into Hashem and His source that he became one of the greatest people ever, and in whose merit we're able to pray. Him, his son Isaac, and his son Jacob, in their honor of those 3, we have an audience with Hashem whenever we'd like, certainly 3 times a day. So that's the idea of circumcision. to remind us of soul and how great our soul can become as well. I wish you all a great Shabbos, and I'll see you next week. Bye.